I like a pathetic man.
Oh, Gargoyle. I love him.
Whoa, I'm starting to tear up again. Ha! Pew! Hello book besties! Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Emma Sue, a book lover that's always on a binge. And in this episode of Emma Sue's reading vlogs, we will be reading all my most anticipated reads that have came out recently, specifically in the month of May and June. We have 4 books in total that I'm looking forward to reading, and one of them is actually going to be on the audiobook. Here are the 3 books that I'm physically reading. We have Beautiful Venom by Rina, Rewind It Back by Tomforde. I do have 2 copies of her books. Since these indie standard editions are gonna be completely gone soon, I figured I might as well complete the set and also start collecting the new covers as well. And then we also have The Night and the Moth by Gillig. And then the 4th book is Caught Up by Navessa, which I will be listening to the audiobook to because I highly enjoyed Lights Out by her. And this is the 2nd book in that interconnected standalone series of hers, so I'm looking forward to that. I have a good feeling that at least one of them are gonna be a 5-star read. Anyway, let's get on with our reading. I feel like to start off on a good note, I want to go with Rewind It Back because this is the last book in the Windy City series. I just really can't wait to get back into this world, as bittersweet as it is that it is the last book, but to see everyone again, hopefully, it's gonna be a memorable time. I'm only on page 5, but this group chat that they have for this found family, including my beloved characters like Indy, Ryan, Kai, Miller, all of them. And of course, Rio's love for Ryan Shea doesn't go unnoticed. Rio's just come back from the game, so everybody's welcoming him home. And he says, I will not answer until every single person has asked about my well-being, and I'm waiting on one. And everyone in the group chat is pointing to Ryan. And Ryan says, fine. Rio, you back or what? And then Rio says, your care and concern for me hold no bounds. Honey, I'm home. And Ryan says, I hate this. And then Rio says, I know, the distance was hard for me too, Ryan. I miss this found family so much. I pick a song when something cool or important happens so I can remember it. Then when I want to relive a moment, I rewind it back and start the song from the beginning. I love it when books says the title in the story and they implemented it so well. I mean, with Tomforde, she always does it with every one of her books. She does it so well. I just love that though. It's just so fun, you know? I knew Rio's gonna be a yearner. Pathetic yearner. I spent 6 years subconsciously comparing every day to her, comparing their laughs to hers, their kindness to hers, their confidence to hers, their taste in music to hers. You're telling me that this man, for 6 long years, has been comparing each of his dates to Hallie. Wow. Who wouldn't want that? Like, oh, such yearning. I love seeing the other couples in this. The interactions are just so adorable. It's so cute. You can see how much they love each other just from the dialogues, and I'm just like, oh, it's so great to be back in this world. Like, I kid you not, the amount of happiness that I have in me just from starting this book. I'm only on page 58 and I'm about to start chapter 7, but I'm gonna leave it off there for now because I do have work tomorrow. But the fact that I just get so giggly and I just can't stop. The feels are just hitting so early for me, and that's when I know this is definitely gonna be a 5-star read. Can't change my mind. Now Rio and Hallie, I think they're gonna be one of the best couples in the series. You can tell that they have a lot of history together. This is a second chance romance that I will actually stand by. No, because young Rio is so adorable. He wore the friendship bracelet that he made with her on her birthday. It's so cute. Let's be honest, most boys at that age, they will not wear something like that. So that's adorable. Hallie just told Rio that she has a song correlated to the moment when a boy told her that he liked her, and that was the first time that's ever happened to her. Rio responds with, well, maybe that was the first time you were told, but I know for a fact it wasn't the first time someone liked you. Excuse me? Young Rio is so sweet. Like, what? 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 Hey everyone, I've had a change of location. I'm in the basement now, and I have this very nice ambiance going on. I think that's an otter or a beaver. Anywho, I'm on page 118 now, about to start chapter 12. I'm really having such nostalgia with this book because we see that found family factor once again. Seeing all the other characters from the previous books come together, and the girls, all 4 girls, meeting Hallie for the first time. It was so cute. Awkward for Rio and Hallie, but cute overall. Rio is turning out to be one of the best men in the Windy City series, though if I'm being honest, all 4 of them so far have been really amazing, and Rio's just up there too, so it's gonna be all 5 of them. This man got mad because Hallie's coworker called her Hal, which is his nickname for her, and said, "Don't let him call you that. He doesn't fucking know you." She says, "And you think you still do?" And then he says, "Yeah, Hal, I still know you, and you still know me better than anyone." She then says, "He's never called me that before. I think he thought you were some random guy, so he was pretending to mark his territory." And he says, "Yeah, well, you're not his. So tell him to keep his hands to himself too." Jealous much, Rio? Hallie says, "I'm not yours either." And then Rio thinks to himself, "We'll see." Please, the tension is so high between these two. I really want to know what happened in the past to have them stray away from each other. Their chemistry is clearly still there. While Hallie's dozing off in the car, he thinks to himself, "I take note of the song that's playing and keep on driving." Because he remembers how Hallie always has a song in mind for something important that happens in her life. And to him, this is an important and memorable moment. It's so fucking cute. I can't stop. Hello lovelies, it is the next day now. I had to run some errands this morning and it's currently 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm gonna continue from that chapter 12, and then we'll see how much we can read. I really want to finish this today. I'm on chapter 25, page 234 of Rewind It Back Now, and Rio is pathetically obsessed and in love, and I love that. This man is so sentimental. He literally kept all the cassettes and CDs that Hallie gave him throughout their childhood. The bracelet, that's basically just a thread at this rate. He kept it in a box in his closet, and he looks at it all the time. This is so cute. I love Rio so fucking much. This man is... I don't know how to explain it, but he's... You know, like... That's the feeling. I'm on page 273, and it's the first time I've ever seen Rio cry. He says, "You have every right to hate me, Hal. You have every right to believe that I forgot about you, but I didn't. Not one day went by that I didn't think of you. You were everywhere. In the music I listened to, in the house I live in, I tried to compare every single person I met to you, but there was no comparison. And I will spend the rest of my life regretting leaving you behind all those years ago." This man has a way with words. I love this man. I really do. Oh god, the groveling. I just want to say that I absolutely love the fact that Rio has these 4 amazing women in his life, the 4 girls, the 4 wifeys of the Windy City series. The way that they have his back and have always included him in everything, in all their girl talks, even though he himself is not a girl, but he is an honorary member of the girls' nights out. And how Rio really appreciates their company and giving him advice is just so fucking adorable. So Indy, Stevie, Kennedy, and Miller are all confronting Rio about his feelings towards Hallie. They're pushing on him not to run away from her again. And he says, "I'm not running away. I put the ball in her court." And the girls are like, "Rio, no, hun. No. Kennedy's like, "Oh my god, have we taught you nothing?" And Steve is like, "Rio, come on." And then Miller's shaking her head saying, "And do you want to take this one? You're going to be nicer than me." And then Indy's the one to say, Rio, honey, my sweet angel of a best friend, you're killing me here. And then Rio finally realizes and thinks to himself, holy shit, I'm an idiot. I love that Rio has that connection with these four women because they have been there with him all along, you know? Like, the friendship is just so adorable. The amount of times that I find myself swooning over a fictional character in this book, aka Rio DeLuca, is too much to count at this rate. It wouldn't be our story if we ignored all the bad parts, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to run away because where could I go, Hallie? You're in here. I tap my chest. Regardless of the years we spent apart, you're still in here. And then Hallie says, are you sure that's not just a first love thing? No, baby. It's a last love thing. Alright, besties, so I finished Rewind It Back by Liz Tomforde last night. 5 stars. Yeah. What a great way to end an era of amazing found family. And I was crying by the end of it because it feels like we're saying goodbye to an amazing world. I'm gonna miss every one of them. And even at the beginning, I don't think I read it earlier when I first started this out, but it says, here's to the 10 characters, 5 couples, 3 teams, 2 sets of siblings, and 1 amazing friend group that changed my life. This one is dedicated to you, the readers. Thank you for hanging out in Chicago with me. Whoa. I'm starting to tear up again. Hallie and Rio are that couple that were always meant to be together. The way that they're able to understand each other so well despite having missed 6 years of each other's lives. Like, there are so many words that I want to say about this book, but it's so hard at the same time. I feel like I just don't want to acknowledge the fact that it has ended. All I can say is I love this book. I love Rio and Hallie. I love their love. Can we talk about the full circle moment that happened near the end where they go back to the place where they first met? And how my perception of Rio fully changed once I got to read his book. We've known him to be the fun, very excitable type of character, and in this one we see him yearn. We see him obsessed. We see him care so much and love with his entire heart, literally. To know that I'm loved long before hearing the words again, to feel it in every fiber of my being, to see it in the way she looks at me, to hear it in the way she speaks to and about me. We are rare. What we have is rare, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life protecting it. He's definitely made it up to my book boyfriends list. This man is a man of action. Him and Ryan Shea are act of service men, and I seem to gravitate towards those types of bookmen. I love everything about this book. 5 stars. 5 freaking stars. I did not expect this to have some dark humor. I'm only on page 5. And one of the diviners says, swear it on my mother. And then another says, might mean a bit more if you had a mother. Damn, I did not expect that. I just finished chapter 1. I was laughing the whole 14 pages of reading this. And then we get introduced to a gargoyle that does not stop speaking, and I love it. He's a talker and he spouts a lot of information. May or may not be useful, but nonetheless a fun time to have, you know? And when our female main character tries to correct what he was saying, the gargoyle. Why is that word such a tongue twister for me? Gargoyle. The gargoyle. Gargoyle? Gargoyle. The gargoyle says, I washed the divining robes this morning. It was an abundant chore. I am within myself with fatigue. And our female main character says, beside myself with fatigue is the proper expression. And then the gargoyle says, if I were beside myself, there would be 2 of me, and the washing would have taken half the time. This gargoyle has attitude and sass. And I love that. It's giving a little bit of Surreal from Akatar. I love anything that's dark and gothic, but I just didn't expect it right from the start. The woman who held me was shrouded, bearing the voice I'd come to know as the Abbess. She loomed over me, telling me that the sick little girl I was before, little Sybil Delling, was gone. She asked if I wished to exact a divine hand over Trom, if I would give her 10 years of my time in exchange for her love and care. What answer was there to give but yes? And then she drowned me. The abyss went straight to the point. Drowned her ass. I'm finding this really entertaining and it's definitely up my alley. Gargoyle has no filter. He literally says, if you wish to divine before that bitch, excuse me, before the abyss arrives, best get cracking. I am simply saying what is on my heart. Who would fault me for that?
Oh, Gargoyle, I love him.
There's just something about an FMC kneeing the MMC in the groin. It's just fucking hilarious to me. I don't know why. Not them flirting right now. He says, no one's as strong as you. Is that it, diviner? Put you on your back at Coulson Fair easy enough, didn't I? And then he says, threw you on that bed easy enough too. We have a missing people case going on right now and you two are flirting? It's cute though. It's cute. I like this. I'm liking this a lot. I'm on chapter 10 now, page 115. I'm gonna go take a shower and I'm gonna read more in bed. I'm getting tired sitting in this couch. My bed is calling for me. I also have this in a Kindle, so if I get too tired from... Oh! Almost hit my face. From holding up the hardback, I'm probably gonna switch to the Kindle. But yeah, I'll be right back. Hey there, I'm in my room now. I'm all showered and ready for bed, but I'm over here reading. Sybil absolutely refuses to call Rory Rory, instead calls him by his last name, and Rory doesn't like that. So she glares back at him and says, you're remarkably difficult to like. You'd like me better if you called me Rory. I'd like you better if you were on your back again. He smiled, an unfamiliar heat burrowed into my face. From throwing you and your inferior strength down, obviously. Loud and clear, diviner. I hear you loud and clear. There's so much comedic relief throughout already, and it just caught me off guard because the Shepherd King duology was nowhere near as funny as this. I'm loving it personally. I'm actually really enjoying the comedy in this. And the funniest one of them all is the gargoyle. Bartholomew is a daughter of Aisling, a harbinger of gods, the most dedicated dreamer I know. He pats my shoulder. But no, I'm sorry to say, she is not especially useful. The way he compliments her only to bring her down a notch right after. I have disdain in me. Yes, but none for you. Rory! Rory! You know what I think? I think you like that I'm a bad knight. It's why you feel so righteous flaying me with your tongue. Why you enjoy throwing me down and grinding your heel into my pride. It does something to you. He wet his bottom lip. I'd bet my oath your whole body is awake right now, aching and eager at the thought of putting me in my place. Okay. You want to throw me down, and I, prideful, disdainful, godless, want to drag you into dirt with me. And then he just leaves. So they're all basically getting high in this forest right now, and no one thought that was weird. Okay. I'm really having a golden moment right now. The sun is about to set. So we're gonna read the last 100 pages that's left of this and finish it off. I'll do anything you ask of me. And then his mouth was on mine. Now for the chapter to be called this. Rory made a tormented sound, took me by the nape of the neck and hauled me onto his lap. Tormented sound. You could walk over me, Sybil Delling, throw me down until I am dust. I don't know what to call it, but I want it. I want you. So have me. These two are killing me. I just got goosebumps. Bartholomew. 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 What the fuck? This plot twist hurts. I don't like it. But I didn't see it coming either, so it's good. I don't know how to feel. We finished it. Holy crap, that plot twist. I did not see it coming to that extent because I had a bad feeling. I had a bad feeling, but I didn't expect it to be like that. And now I'm heartbroken because like, what am I supposed to do? There's no announcement for book 2 yet. What am I supposed to do now? I need the second book like right now, this instant. Oh my god, the writing was spectacular. Such amazing lyrical poetic writing from Rachel Gillig, but it's so easily digestible at the same time. Like, I had so much information thrown at me, but I was taking it, I was inhaling it like air, you know? Like, it was so easy and so good. I'm giving this 4.5 stars. There are some certain things that have me questioning, for sure. Like, I am left with a lot of questions that I want to be answered, and I think in the second book it will definitely be answered. And from where we left off with that cliffhanger, it's gonna be a whole new adventure, I fear. But this was amazing. Such a great time. And I finished this in like a day. It was that good. Anyway, Rachel Gillig, definitely an auto-buy author for me. I'm having lunch right now. It's currently around noontime. And we're having some spicy carbonara buldak noodles. So good. I love spicy food, so this is like right up my alley. We are starting Beautiful Venom by Rina next. I already have my tabs all made. And I don't know if I showed you guys the art yet, but this is what the inside looks like. It even has a playlist. Okay. Might have to listen to this while I read later, but I'm gonna read a bit now while I'm eating. It is a dark romance, but it's also a hockey romance. I'm not sure if the hockey aspect is very pronounced in the plot, but I guess I'll find out. I love Rina Kent's writing, and a lot of the books that I've read from her have been great. There have been some that didn't really hit the mark for me. Nonetheless, I'm still a fan of her writing, and I will continue reading her books as they come out. In a den of vipers, revenge is the deadliest venom. They shattered my world, now I'll bring down theirs. The problem? I have virtually no way to trace the puppet master. My only lead? The Vipers. An elite college hockey team that rules the ice, and the shadows beyond it. To infiltrate their secret society, I set my sights on their weakest link. Kane Davenport, the charismatic captain and the lone green flag in a nest of serpents. But too late, I realize I've enticed the most venomous snake. Kane's friendly facade hides a predator more dangerous than I imagined. He quickly unveils the monster lurking beneath the surface. A monster who lured me into the trap in a lethal game with no escape. Let's try to avoid putting food on the pages. Ha! Okay. I'm 55 pages in and it's nothing like I thought it would be. In fact, it is going somewhere that is a bit uncomfortable. I think I have to just read the entire chapter to really know what's going on, but it's like, this is not what I expected whatsoever. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't like this Tess whatsoever. I thought he would stop if she submits to him, and I was wrong. I was so wrong. Oh, I don't think this will be a favorite of mine. There's a camera? Was this being recorded? Oh god. I have no words for what I just had read in the past 66 pages. I knew it was gonna be a dark romance. I knew it because Rina can't always write dark romance, but this is like another level of dark. But then again, I haven't read the Legacy of God series, so maybe that could be darker. But this had an uncomfortable situation already, right off the bat. So if you want to pick this up, please read your trigger warnings. I'm gonna keep reading now because I have faith that I will still like it in the end. Maybe not to the extent of the other books that I've read so far from her, but I'm still gonna read it. I'm on page 156 now, chapter 14, and I think I'm liking it so far. If we forget chapter 6 ever happened, that is, then I think I'm enjoying it. But I also feel like Kane and Dahlia's chemistry is very erratic. There is more banter going on in their text so far than there is in person. It just doesn't feel as tangible right now. Also, there's a secret, not so secret society that is run by these rich ass families, including Kane Davenport and 2 other guys from the same hockey team, Jude Callahan and Preston Armstrong. And they do crazy shit outside of school, like unaliving people. This has a mixture of like mafia qualities, but not actually being the mafia. They're just really rich and powerful founding families in this town. I'm gonna have a snack, and that would be this half-eaten caramel apple. Almond chocolate covered caramel apples, and it's so good, like delicious. So I'm gonna eat some and I'm gonna keep reading. It's been confirmed, guys. There was no camera. It was disabled. We're okay. We're okay. We can move on a little more comfortably now. I'm halfway through this book now. I know, kind of crazy. I kind of just sat here and just kept reading the whole time. This definitely has degradation kink, which is not for me personally. The slapping is just not doing it for me. Other than that, you know, if they're both happy with how they do things, then good for them, you know? I'm eating this up though. Just like, I don't know how, but I'm still eating this up. Especially Kane's POVs, they're quite hilarious. Dahlia has left him on red 3 fucking times. It's been 2 days and I still don't understand the reason behind her leaving me on red, which might or might not have affected my play tonight or yesterday. It's probably early in the morning now. Dahlia has this man obsessing over her, thinking about her 24/7 to the point where he can't even focus on a hockey game. I like a pathetic man, and he is a very pathetic man. This man is so unhinged. Dahlia's foster sister is in a coma and they're at the hospital right now. And she says, "You can go now. My sister is wary of strangers." And he says, "Pretty sure she can't tell if she's in a coma." And then he says, "Too soon." Vile. Kane Davenport is a goner. Dahlia was made for me. Her body is mine. Her moans are mine. Even her violence is fucking mine. Hey besties, I just got home from work and we have about less than 60 pages left in this book, so we're gonna power through this. From what I've read, this is not really a hockey romance centered type of book. It is more of a side thing, like, oh, the mailman character is the captain of the hockey team, he plays hockey, but they don't really talk about it as much. You see a little tidbits of maybe a game or 2 of his, and it doesn't really go into detail about the hockey side of him and how that really affects the story, because it doesn't. It's just a thing that he does. So if you want to read this for the fact that it's a hockey romance, I wouldn't really waste your time on this. I feel like this story is supposed to be very high stakes, but as I read it, I feel like it's not very high stakes. I don't know, maybe it's just my brain is not really comprehending. Okay, I'm not really liking how this is ending. Like, Dahlia's character just did a whole pew for me. In this moment, I'm a little annoyed. It's Kane Davenport's quote that is redeeming these last few pages for me. He says, "It's okay if you can't forgive me now. I'll wait for months or years if that's what it'll take. Just let me be close by. Let me see you, let me protect you, let me breathe you in. My obsession with you might have started as a form of limerence, a need to possess and dominate, an urge to prove that you're a phase and mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. But you have slithered between my heart and ribcage, and I'm unable to breathe without you. You've conquered me, heart and soul, Dahlia. I don't know what love is, whether or not it's real, but if it exists, you're its definition for me." He's a very odd fella, very red flag type of man, but that quote right there, since when did he get so poetic? I finished it. That quote that I read earlier, yeah, that was really the only redeeming part of those last few pages. The first epilogue I like because we get to find out who the next couple will be in the second standalone book. And the second epilogue was pretty cute, which if you've read Rina books before, you would know that her epilogues usually consist of engagements or they are married and have babies. I'm gonna rate this book a 3.5 stars. Unfortunately, it did not meet my expectations, but I still had a good time. Like, I ate this shit up. There was just certain things that I feel like were missing the mark, or some missing information that we should have gotten. You know what I mean? Like, that should have been important. I just felt like some things were too easy. There was no circumstances. There was like no real groveling. And it kind of just like said their stories and moved on, you know? Like, it, I wanted it to be more in-depth in that regard. But I did enjoy how unhinged our female main character and our male main characters were. Like I said earlier, definitely read your trigger warnings for this book. The vibes were still vibing. I still had a great time overall. And this is not the worst Rina Kent book I've ever read, so I take it as a win. Alright everyone, it's time to read the last and final book for this video. It is called Caught Up by Navessa Allen, which in fact is a sequel to Lights Out. And instead of reading a physical copy or a Kindle version of it, we're actually going to be listening to it on Audible because one of the voice actors I love very much, it's Teddy Hamilton. And if you don't know Teddy's got that voice, okay? Now, I did cheat a bit with this one because I had to simply listen to it while I was at work. I just love to multitask, and I find that I work better when I have an audiobook on. I'm on chapter 10 now. Now, if you don't know what Caught Up is, it is an interconnected standalone book. It follows Junior, which is Ali's cousin from the first book, and Junior is in the mafia. He is indeed a mafia man, an Italian mafia man. And we have Lauren, which I believe is his past girl, a past encounter or something like that. Someone in his past. Let me read you guys the blurb. Nico Junior Trocchi knows Lauren oh my god, these names are going crazy. Nico Junior Trocchi knows Lauren Marchetti is off limits. She is sweetness and laughter, whereas Junior exists in the world of violence and depravity. Men like him don't get to have women like her. It's why he pushed her away back in high school and kept his distance ever since. Okay, so it's a second chance romance. But when Junior looks Lauren up online, he discovers the shy, bookish girl he remembers is gone. In her place is a strikingly beautiful woman whose social media is filled with scantily clad pictures of herself and a connection to a nearby play club. Junior's innocent curiosity quickly turns into a dark obsession. Watching Lauren from a distance isn't enough. He needs to make her his. And then Lauren is intrigued by the mystery man who keeps showing up at her club, who tempts her white-hot desires. Okay, but as their flirty online messages stir up a deeper form of connection, Lauren worries she's developing real feelings for this brooding stranger. As their combined desire ratchets up to a breaking point, who will seduce who? The tropes include stalker romance, morally gray MMC, mass stalker, he falls first, kink-friendly, second chance romance, found family, touch her, and die. Now, as I've said, I've actually been listening to this the whole day. So my thoughts so far is that it is not the same vibes I was looking for, like in Lights Out. There is not much of a humorous or unhinged moments thus far. I don't know if I keep listening, maybe those moments will happen. I'm missing the humor from Lights Out. I'm missing how Josh's personality is in Lights Out. This one, it feels like it definitely touches on a darker, more serious topic, especially with Lauren's character and what her job is in this world and what she goes through, the backlash that she gets, what people say about her and her job, which are all very eye-opening. But I do feel like the chemistry between the two characters so far, it doesn't feel like anything. You know, because they in fact did go out in high school for like 2 weeks. And before that, they barely interacted. Junior's obsession over her kind of just stemmed from those 2 weeks. Nothing deep there yet. I can already tell this book is probably one of the spicier between the two. We're gonna do with the base first for all of them. And then you put it on the machine. And there's an option, there's base and color, which does it for 2 minutes, and then the top coat does for 3 minutes. So I'm gonna pick the base and color one for the base coat. It's so cool. I must say, I really love Teddy Hamilton's voice. He is the highlight of this book, but where's the Italian accent? I'm looking for Italian accent, and it's nowhere to be found. No! Ta-da! Now I put it into the light once again. My foot is slowly falling asleep. I forgot that this has voyeurism too. And this is a first for me. I'm on chapter 14 right now, and I don't have much to say, unfortunately. Nothing really stands out yet. One thing though is that Lauren, girl, makes a lot of money just with videos and pictures. Like, props to you, girl. I'm currently on chapter 15. Right now, the feeling that I had in the beginning is still the same. So far, there hasn't been really a plot. It's just Junior and Lauren kind of reconnecting after 10 years, I guess. I haven't really felt their chemistry yet, but I'm kind of enjoying the dynamic that they have. Very banter-filled. Oh, hi there. Fancy seeing you here again. So as you see earlier, I did take a video of me listening to the audiobook while at work. And well, the only times I really smiled or laughed were when Josh and Allie and their cats made an appearance. Other than that, I was bored out of my mind. I don't know what is wrong, but this book, I'm just not vibing with. I don't even really like the FMC. Lauren, I'm sorry. She was good at first, and then gradually she started becoming so annoying and hypocritical. I couldn't take it. Maybe talk to him rather than just, come up with your own conclusions and push him out, ice him out again, only for you to come back again literally 5 minutes later. We have about 53 minutes left. So I figured, why don't we do puzzle, the Valoris puzzle, while I listen to the audiobook, because I feel like I need to do something while I listen to this so that you guys can actually feel entertained watching this portion. I actually got this jigsaw puzzle from an Illuminate subscription box. I think it was for the month of April. I just love A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is a 750-piece jigsaw puzzle. Let's see if I can finish this with the amount of time left that I have for the audiobook. She's finally being reasonable with Junior. I'm glad. Only after 30 chapters. We're making progress. I don't think this is gonna go well for me. I feel like Legos would be so much easier than puzzles. I've done a couple Legos and some of them are over 1,000 pieces and it was fun. Very enjoyable, very easy to do. I've been at this for quite some time and I've only done the edges, not actually even completely done them. Only a couple have been done. There's just so many pieces and they all look the same. Like why aren't they connecting? Josh is so funny. Oh, Josh and Allie, I love them so much. Thank you for the cameos. I love how protective Josh is over Allie. And then Allie is able to just like calm him down every time. I miss them so much. Why is it so hard? My confidence earlier is slowly plummeting. Is it you? No, it's not you. No. How do all these connect? Hello? Is this here? Guys, we're making progress. Look at that. Oh my god. This one? Nope. This one? Nope. This one? This one? No. Oh, fuck. Is the next book about Tyler and Stella? They just made an appearance. And I would still pick it up, even though I don't really like this one. Well, I finished it. Not the puzzle, but the audiobook, because God knows I won't be able to finish this puzzle anytime soon, and I'm already giving up. I'm giving this book 2 stars. I didn't have fun with it, to be honest with you. The highlight to this was seeing Josh and Allie's cameos, as well as the cats. Even the side characters were more interesting than the main characters. It didn't feel like there was chemistry. It was purely out of lust. And I thought there'd be deeper feelings between the two of them, but it was kind of just meh. So yeah, 2 stars. All right, everyone, those were just some of the books that I was very highly anticipating. So I'm gonna put a little recap on the screen of my ratings for each one. Now, there are definitely more books coming out this year that I'm also very excited for, and you guys will see that in another highly anticipated reading vlog. So make sure to look out for that. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!